Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike here at Game from Scratch. And like I said, when it rains, it pours when it comes to Humble. And just as the Unity bundle was closing up, we got a brand new one, a really good bundle, to be honest. If you are an artist, look out for some software, because this one is basically a collection of software from Corel. I'm actually a big fan of Corel, mostly because I'm Canadian, they're Canadian, but also I've always loved Painter. I found it to be one of the best natural media painting applications out there, and it is part of this bundle, along with some other applications and a bunch of other content. So let us jump in. Now, if you've never seen Humble before, basically it's a collection of stuff, in this case, graphic software. And you buy it in various different tiers. You buy a higher dollar value tier, you get all the tiers below it. You decide how your money is allocated between charity, between Humble, between the publisher, and if you so choose, and thanks so much if you do, to support Game from Scratch. So let's take a look at what is in this particular bundle. So, as I said, 2K worth of software used by the likes of Disney, Ubisoft, Blizzard, Riot Games, a collection of 2D graphics programs, even a CAD program in here. And on top of that, we got things like 1,200 brushes, 15 scripts, 8,000 clip art and digital images, high-res photos, 1,000 fonts, and so on. So let's go take a look at this one. The star of the show is obviously going to be the software. Now, at the $1 tier, it is pretty straightforward. We get Aftershot. Aftershot is for kind of photo adjustments, that kind of thing. For the most part, I think for the majority of you, it's not going to be a big deal. But if you're looking for something for doing photo editing, markup after pulling it in, hey, a buck, hard to go wrong. So you can see here, comparable to Adobe's Lightroom. I don't do a lot of photographic work, so I can't really speak towards how great it is. So next up, we jump we jump a whole lot. So we go from the $1 tier to the $25 tiers, or $31.71 Canadian tier. And here we get our next two pieces of software. First up, we have Paint Shop Pro 2020, and we've got Particle Shop, which is powered by Painter. We'll get to Painter in just a second when we spend a little bit more money. This is a particle system. I've actually done a video on it. I'm not sure if it was 11 that I did a video on in the past. We've covered a couple of these in previous bundles. So if I've done a video on this one, I will link it in the linked article down below. But the big ones here are Paint Shop Pro 2020 and Particle Shop. And then in the meantime, you're getting a bunch of scripts for Paint Shop Pro, black and white high key script, black and white low key script, color low key script, and then we've got a brush pack of smoke and steam for Paint Shop Pro, and then the brush pack combustion for Paint Shop Pro. So you get a bunch of brushes that work with Paint Shop Pro. Paint Shop Pro is kind of like Photoshop Light, I guess we could call it. They say compared to Photoshop, but that's a little overselling it, if I'm honest. But if you're looking for a lightweight application, this would fill about the same needs that I use Paint.net for right now. It's kind of more in the category of GIMP, Paint.net, and then Photoshop's Paint Shop. But I guess it is a Photoshop competitor. It's just a Photoshop competitor that is a fifth of the price, and you should probably have a fifth of the expectations. Now, Particle Shop is an interesting package here. It's painting with particle brushes. So you're actually using particles there. It's a neat program. I'm sure I've covered it in the past, so hopefully we'll have a link down below. Also, if there's anything here you specifically want more coverage on, I can try and do a hands-on video with it, give you an idea if this bundle is worth picking up for you. So really, this bundle, so far what we've got, $1 tier, this program here, the $25 tier, you're getting Paint Shop Pro and Particle Shop. These prices are pretty much accurate, but where the real value is, you're not going to buy the $25 tier. What you'll either do is buy the $1 tier or the $30 tier, also known as $39.58 Canadian. And here what you're getting is Corel CAD, which I honestly have to admit, even being a Canadian and a Corel fanboy, I didn't know this was in existence. I did not know they made a CAD program. I have no idea if it's any good. Generally, CAD programs and the world of game development don't really go together. It's the AutoCAD alternative, I'm guessing. I have no idea about this product at all. You will note that it is available for Mac and Windows. Yeah, I got nothing to give you on that one, to be honest. But what I can talk about is Corel Painter. Now, Corel Painter was previously in another bundle, but it was the 2019 version. And one of the big things that came in 2020 was GPU acceleration. And that is generally a pretty nice thing in this day and age. So basically, it's Corel Painter 2019, but with better feedback and performance. We've also got Corel Draw Suite 2020. So here's where the real money is. Painter is normally $400-ish, and Corel Draw is normally $200-ish bucks, and then Corel CAD is normally $700. So really, the value in this bundle is these three applications right here. Corel Draw is a vector graphics suite. Kind of the most similar thing you've got going on there is it's like Adobe Illustrator basically. I'm a little disconcerted by the 6 month subscription credit card info requirement thing here. That shouldn't Matt, it shouldn't be a subscription thing there. So I need to look into exactly what they mean by that. But realistically, the application I'm here for and I recommend is Painter. Now, Painter is a natural media program. The closest thing out there to it, in my opinion, is probably Krita. But I honestly, or I guess if you go onto the mobile space, you've got things like Art Rage and Procreate and so on. Painter is in the same vein as those. If you're trying to recreate natural media, it is hard to beat Painter, and I generally gush about it. Then on top of that, we've got a number of brush packs. So 15 brushes here, 15 brushes here, 15 brushes here, 15 brushes here, 15 here in terms of ink, like another 15, another 15, another 15, another 15. And then finally, we got another program. This one is actually a Paint Shop Pro script, and it is the Light Leaks scripts. So that is the package. Again, I have to look into this. That is a little disconcerting. So I will get back to you on that one, probably in the comments down below once I've actually figured out exactly what they mean by this. If this is just a 6 month subscription to the program, that kind of sucks. But again, the one that I'm really recommending is here. So I will check that out and let you know once I figure it out. On that topic of figuring things out, here is what you get when you buy it. You get a number of basically Corel keys you redeem on Corel. You're looking Paint Shop Pro, Particle Brush, Aftershot, Corel CAD, Corel Painter, and Corel Graphic Suite. Okay, here's the go. So yeah, that is literally the Corel Draw Graphic Suite one is literally just 6 months of it. That sucks. I'm not really appreciating that. Again, I'm here for Corel Painter personally, but if you're here for Corel Draw, do be aware. I guess I don't have to get back to you. You are just getting 6 months subscription on that one, so that's a little unfortunate. And then we've got all of the packs and such that you saw here. Instead of having to redeem them or do anything with them, you can literally just download them straight from here. So all the various different brush packs, etc., are all available here. So that is what you get. Bunch of keys to redeem. Another thing you should probably note, it is a lifetime license, but it only supports up to 2 devices. So if you're someone that goes through a lot of computers or you have a lot of computers in your pipeline, that could be a gotcha for you. That's a fairly common thing in graphical software, so it's not really something that stands out to me, but it's something you should probably be aware of. And as I mentioned in the past, there was a similar bundle that had Corel Painter 2019 in it. So you see right there at the $25 tier. So this is basically a version bump over that. We also had, I think we had Corel Draw in a previous one, and we definitely had Photoshop or Paint Shop Pro because it was in this particular version. But if you're wondering in terms of what versions we were looking at, well, the Corel Draw, that 6 month subscription you're getting, Corel Draw Suite 2020 is actually the most current version if you go to Corel. On top of that, if you go over here, you'll see Painter 2021 is out right now. And you see, generally, this is a $500 application. And there is an upgrade version. There was mixed reviews over if you could upgrade it last time. Some people managed to upgrade their 2019 to 2020. Some people had issues. We also, when we last had a Corel bundle, I think it was people in India had trouble redeeming the bundle. So if you run into some catches there, if it's not available in your country, it's probably the same thing. What it boiled down to is Corel uses a reseller in those marketplaces, and unfortunately, this bundle didn't apply to them. So some people did have some success in doing the upgrade, but as you can see, the current version, the current year version, so we're one version behind in this bundle, but you are saving a whole lot of money. So instead of being $500 Canadian or say $400 US, you're looking at $30 US for one version back. And then generally, like I said, sometimes some people said that they could actually do upgrade for cheaper pricing. So I don't want to quote and say that you can, but some people did have success on the previous bundle as a much cheaper way. So even if you want to have the most recent version, that can be a way to go about it. Another one here, so we've got the Particle Shop here is version 11. If we come up here, Particle Shop right here is currently, I have no idea what version. They don't actually say what version this is. Another interesting thing is this one can actually plug in this. I believe this is also, yeah, this is also compatible with Photoshop. So if you want to add particle brushes to your Photoshop experience on top of Paint Shop Pro, this actually works with both suites. So definitely an interesting bundle. If you're in the market for some painting applications, this one, it's hard to beat, to be honest. Again, the one that I really like is Painter 2020, and I'll be buying it just for that upgrade, even though I don't have any time to actually use any of this stuff. My digital hoarding continues. Unfortunately, I do want you all to be aware that is a 6 month subscription, and you got to put a credit card in, and that sucks. So that's going to be disqualifying, just something you should all be aware of. So anyways, let me know what you think of this bundle, what you think of Corel software, specifically what do you think of Corel Painter? Did you pick up the previous bundle? Did you manage to do an upgrade, or did you run into trouble with your country trying trying to get that bundle. And hopefully you don't with this bundle, but I'll be interested to hear from you. Talk to you all later. Goodbye.